Good morning, good morning. Earlier live this morning because I need to go back to sleep because I'm tired. See who's going to be first to join me this morning. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Soldier? Is it going to be Mr. Mason? Or is it going to be Claire? Is it going to be Is it going to be a female that joins us first this morning? Oh, tired. Come on, who's on? Mr. Mason, I am early because I need to go back to sleep. I've been up since 4 o'clock and my eyes are like sheep's fannies and they're closing. And if I don't go live now, I'm going to be asleep come 9:30. So I thought, well, I'll come on a bit earlier and then at least I've done my breakfast morning and not fell asleep and had to do it at lunchtime like the other day. So, morning, Joseph. Hope you're well, my lovely. Hope everybody's having a good day or a good evening, a good afternoon, wherever you are in this big, beautiful world of ours. Claire, she'll come on in a minute. She's messaging me, the nutcase. So yes, what's appertaining? Well, last night I had a very nice message from, I'm not going to mention yet because I'm going to see if this person can join us later on. Morning, Gillian, beautiful lady. Keep in your diary the 31st of July because we are going to be on location. Good morning, Claire. We are going to be on location. It is another hotel. It's not an all-nighter, but we are there till 1 o'clock in the morning. And it's going to be good. We are meeting up with, I don't know whether it's one or two other teams, but it's going to be a good one, I'll tell you now. So as soon as I get all the details, I will post who we're going with. I can't wait to see the history because apparently this place goes back quite a way. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting investigation. So that's noted in your diary for the 31st of July. Also, don't forget, Claire, is it 11th? I think it's this 11th of August. Keep that one in your diary as well because that's going to be a late night as well. Because then we're going into the Robin Hood experience. We've been there before, but that's going to be coming up on the 11th. So yes, but this one that's coming up, we are going to be working with a team that we've not worked with before, and we've definitely not worked with this person before. Is it 14th? 14th, not 11th. No worries, Claire. It's me. So it's 14th of August. We need to keep clear. But yes, the one on the 31st, we are going to be working with somebody we've never worked with before. I think John, I might have worked with this person once, maybe twice, but not on a one-to-one. There were quite a few people there, so it's going to be a really, really interesting one. And again, the history is going to go back really well. I've been looking at things in the chat. So I've just realised I'm a day behind in the history on this day. So I'm going to read July 19th first, then we'll have a chit chat, and then I'll read what happened on July the 20th, seeing as though I've got all my dates cocked up. So, July 19th. It was a piece of basalt unearthed during building work on an ancient fort at the mouth of the Nile. The French officer was a scholar as well as an engineer. Today, in 1799, he stared at the intricate inscriptions on its surface and knew instantly that it was important. Archaeology discovery. He deciphered 3 inscriptions of similar lengths, but in different scripts. Lieutenant Pierre Francis Bouchard lugged the 4-foot long stone back to his camp near the city of Rosetta. Henceforth, the stone will bear the name of the place where it was discovered, becoming the Rosetta Stone. The previous year, Napoleon had invaded Egypt and instructed scholars to seize and examine all the cultural artifacts they encountered. Bouchard knew Napoleon was in Egypt for the teeth. Napoleon was in Egypt for more than territorial agendas. This was an expedition of scientists and Egyptologists, I don't know, as much as an invasion. The experts were electrified by the stone. It was a modern world's first example of ancient Egyptians' bilingual texts. It offered the prospect of being a means to be able to finally translate the hieroglyphics of the pharaohs. Pharaohs? Is that right? Pharaohs? It's not Pharaohs, is it? That's Frere Rocher. You know what I mean. When the British defeated Napoleon in Egypt in 1801, they promptly seized all the artifacts he had gathered, including the Rosetta Stone. It was taken to London, where it has been sat ever since in the British Museum. In the scholars in Britain and France competed to decipher the inscription. The squabbling over who cracked it first is epic. Suffice to say, it took a good 20 years, but the Rosetta Stone was indeed the key that unlocked the lost language of the pharaonic Egypts. Good morning, Kerry. Good morning, Deanna. Good morning, Christine. Good morning, Andrew. Good morning, Sheila. So that happened on July 19th. I don't know why we've lost a day somewhere, but I will read July 20th in a minute. So this morning, the weather, we have got sunshine coming through the cloud. It is on 26 degrees in the living room. So yeah, so I think it's going to be a warm day. I have been up Frero, I can't pronounce it. Just when I say Frero Rashes, you know that I'm talking about one of them Egyptians. Because I don't know how to pronounce it. So unless somebody can say it, spell it, mate, as it sounds, then I might be able to say the correct word if I'm not saying it right. Morning, Claire. Hope everyone's okay. Pharaoh, not Ferrero. It's Pharaoh. Oh goodness, I love you guys. Oh dear. So yeah, so I've been up since 4 o'clock. So my eyes are really, really starting to burn. Perfect. My eyes are burning. PH sounds like an F. I'll have to remember that for in future. I don't think I will, mind you, because my brain's just gone anyway. But yeah, what we're doing today, John's going to be packing more of the house up. I think he's going to be going live later on the members. And then tonight we are live for Chit Chat Tuesday. Hopefully, John will prepare something for members for after Chit Chat. So it'll be a workshop of some sort going off in members area after Tuesday night Chit Chat. But I am hoping we can get in touch with the special someone who's invited us along to their investigation. Do you know, Tracy? Do you know? Good morning, Buttes. So yes, hopefully it's going to be an intriguing night. So hopefully I can try and see if they're free tonight to join us on Chit Chat or next Tuesday. Because it's a week on. Is it a week on Saturday, 31st? I think it is, isn't it? I'm at the dentist at 10. I hope you brush your teeth, Gillian. So we've got sunny weather in Sheffield today. We're going to get some more boxes packed. We've sorted the kitchen, so everything's boxed and put away in the kitchen. He's got through part of the loft, but we've still got a long way to go for that loft yet. I think I've brought out at loft. Well, not yet. We've actually brought out, but I think, you know, like when you store your old clothes, I've been storing my old clothes because I won't throw them away. I'm a hoarder because I always think, well, I might fit back into that. Or there were summer clothes and I've brought my winter clothes down, and then I've not thought I've got any summer clothes, so I've gone out and bought new. Well, all the clothes that I didn't have are all in the loft. So we're coming down and he's bringing me these clothes down, and I'm like, I can't part with them. So I'm really having to dig deep and say, no, I can't wear that. I can't wear that one again. Flossing as I watch you. Cheers, Gillian. Can just imagine. But yeah, so we will be doing charity runs, I think, soon, and taking some of the clothes down to charity shops or them drop-in centres that you can take them to now in the supermarkets. Good morning, Laura, my beautiful lady. How are we this morning? Um, so yeah, so John's still in bed, Rob's still in bed, Yolanda's still in bed, and there's just me and Fifi down here. But it was too hot last night for Fifi. We went to bed, and I think I went to bed about 11 o'clock ish. I think I was knackered, and Fifi come upstairs. Normally she lays on bed with me and John, and all I started hearing with this panting noise. I thought, what's the bloody hell's up with her? Didn't realise her actually being on bed made her hotter, so she ended up jumping down off bed and laying on the floor. So at 4 o'clock this morning, I thought I'd best come downstairs. I'm wide awake. Gillian, that's my worst nightmare. I'm more scared of dentist than Pennywise. Are you really, Claire? Wake 'em up. My laugh will wake 'em all up anyway. You lay John in about 10 minutes, chuntering downstairs. I'll go, morning, have I woke you up? Have you? And he'll go, yeah. I ain't disturbed you, have I? You can always reuse and repurpose your clothing. You can, Laura, but I think I've got that many bags. The bungalow's not going to be big enough to take them in. Morning, Paul, my lovely. Hope you're well. But yeah, I think it's going to be the clothes are going to be just too much to keep. I'm going to keep some of the old denim because I think I can turn my denim ones. If I can learn how to work the sewing machine, then I'll be able to make some like little denim bags. I like my little denim bags. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I can learn how to use this bloody sewing machine. But we've found all sorts in Loft. There were things up there we didn't even know we had. And it's crazy to think what you like just push up out of way. But it's like 10 years of stuff, 10 years of me ordering stuff and saying to John, just put that in attic because I can't throw that. Um, I've just done one big bag of Mike's clothes. We've took them down to charity shop anyway, so they've already gone. But in Loft, I think there's some more of Mike's clothes. I kept all his when he were little. Oh, hang on, Lindsay, yes, oh, I can't read that message. I do apologise. Morning, Moira. Hope you're well, my beautiful lady. Hope you're having a good day or have a good day today. Not hope you're having a good day. It's have a good day today because we're still early in the morning. It's too early. It's too early. It's too early. I can teach you how to use your sewing machine, Butte. I need somebody. The thing is, Gillian, you can show me, and you know, while you're with me, I can work it. The minute you leave me, I get stuck and I don't know how to do it. It's shocking. So yeah, but I'll see what's up there. But I know there's a load more of Mike's stuff. I'm bringing all his toys down, and these toys that there's stuff up there that it's like, oh my god, why did I save that? But never mind, it's all coming down and all getting sorted too. So we did a tip run yesterday, and then tomorrow we've got to take the car in for a service. Well, no, when we took the car in for a service, it was leaking oil. So we've got it's booked in for tomorrow, so we are getting a courtesy car, but our car's booked in tomorrow for him to get the oil done. I'm okay. I've busted my bifocals again, so if I type, it's all capitalism, not yelling. I'm blind as a bat. Laura, you type in capitals all you want, my lovely. We know nobody shouts, and we know that if people are doing them in capitals, then it's because there's a reason behind it. Good morning, Lisa. I'm too hot, Moira. I've got my fan on as we speak in front of me, blowing my way because it's just too warm this morning. I haven't got a Scooby Doo. What's in my loft? I just keep adding to it. Trust me, Claire, don't keep adding to it. Start sorting it out and getting it done. I've got two sewing machines and they both hate me. Mine hate me. Mine's still boxed up. I don't even think I've had it out of box yet. Since I bought it, I bought the sewing machine to learn to do it, but I think I took it out. Couldn't work out how to bobbin it up or poke needling or whatever you're supposed to do. So I just put it back in box and then told John to put it in attic and I'd learn at a later date. Well, I think that were about 8 years ago. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So I don't know what else we're doing today, apart from him doing that. I slept with my fan on. Well, tonight I'm taking one at fans to bed. I brought them both down. So Yolanda's got one in her corner and I've got one in front of me. But the one in Yolanda's corner is coming up to bed with me tonight because I can't sleep in that room with no air. I need air to breathe. I need air to snore to annoy John. because he's had a good night's sleep, because apparently I don't think I snored much last night. I've woke up and my throat doesn't feel like I've been dry throat or anything like that, so I think my snoring wasn't bad. So yeah. So what's everybody's plans for today then? We know Gillian's got dentist, we know Claire's, whether she's working at home or working gonna work, I'm not sure. It was 95 Fahrenheit yesterday. What's that in Celsius? I forgot you also have your children's stuff and yours. We do, Laura. I've got everything. I've even got stuff from when kids were little, when Joe and Ash were little. And I mean, Jordan's what? I think she's 29 this year. My sister-in-law used to send texts in capitals because she couldn't work how to do lowercase on her phone. Do you know? Thing is though, Moira, do you know? When I go to my nana, if my nana sends me a text, it's in capitals because again, my nana doesn't know the difference on how to change them or anything. But I forgot when I sent that. That's totally just gone out of my head. Whatever I was going to say is gone. It's forgotten. So Moira, I'll try and remember and then come back and say what I was going to say. Oh dear. Only problem leaving fan on is I can't move my neck after. That's why, Tracy, I have the fan halfway down the bed so it's just blowing on the feet and not in my face. Christine, I'm working in a hot kitchen today. Oh, make sure you're wearing not too thin layers, Christine, thin layers. 95 is 35 degrees. Wow, so you're going to be about 10 degrees hotter than us then today, Deanna. But if it's too hot, I can take her. Hang on, let me go back up and see what Lisa put then. Got morning peeps. If it's too hot, I can't take her. Lisa, I think I've missed a post. Is Yolanda that's staying with you the same lady that does mod for you? It is, Laura. It is. They've got a house. They've just bought a house up near us, and so they're just waiting for the well. They've sold theirs. The completion's gone through. They've got their house, but they're just waiting for last few bits to be finished off. So they're just staying with us while they can get that done and sorted. I'm going to blame Eat Moira. I'm not going to blame the fact that I'm just so forgetful and I forget what I'm talking about. I am going to blame the heat. Don't forget today's history, but you have. Not yet, I haven't. Not yet. I will do. Walk the dogs. It's too hot to walk dogs, Lisa, isn't it? I'm hoping, morning, Sam. I'm hoping John gets up in a bit early because if he could do, we're going for a run this morning while it's still like, I mean, it's still hot, but it's not going to be too hot. And I mean, she's not been walked. She didn't get walked yesterday because it was just too hot for her. But the thing is, Fifi is a black dog. And what does she go and do? She picks the bleeding spots where the sun's shining and she sunbathes in on where sun is. She then goes out on garden and sprawls on benches outside because she enjoys being in sun. But then she comes back in and she's a sun god. So, but it is too hot to be taking her out because burn the pores. I'm going into work today, but just having a cuppa and thinking about getting ready. Keep thinking about it, Claire. Just keep thinking about it. Walk dogs for a living, but it's too hot. I just sit with one. Wow, Lisa. Do you know, I feel sorry for pets at the minute because obviously when we're out, at least we can say when we're out. It's difficult for dogs to communicate, but yeah, I mean, walking them in this heat is just stupid. We've seen a couple of people walking them like mid-afternoon, and it's like, are you for real? But I mean, I can't even put my foot on floor because the floor's that hot. So never mind how hot the pad is on the floor on the dog's foot. What were we talking about, Lindsay? I don't know. What were we talking about, Moira? Oh, Boris is only getting one walk a day, and it's a bit cooler late at night, and he's not happy, but better than a dead dog. It is. Totally agree, Tracy. Totally agree. Been up since 5:30. Made 2 salted caramel marble cakes. Made the meal list of the kitchen. Can cool down before I go out. How stupid walking a dog in this heat. Lisa, there's quite a few round us that are walking the dogs in this heat. And honest to God, field at side of us, is it south facing field? So it's like got sun on it constantly. And it's absolutely scorching. There's hardly any air. It's because we're sort of like in a dip. So there's no it's like the breeze. It doesn't exist. Well, this morning I got up at 4. I had a bottle of water, and then I've had 2 coffees with lime instead of lemon squeezed in. So I'm going to see if I prefer the lime to the lemon squeezed in my coffee. They up my physical therapy time from 60 minutes to 90. That's good, Deanna. I hope you're getting benefits from physical therapy, my lovely. My fur baby was wearing her winter coat. I couldn't get in the groomer, so I stripped and bathed her yesterday. It took me 3 hours. She just wouldn't sit still and kept running off. Oh, and when Claire says she's wearing a winter coat, it doesn't mean she's literally wearing a winter coat. It means that a fur needs cutting. You need to get shears on it, Claire. You have to shear her yourself. I'll come and do it. I'll come and groom her. You'll end up with a bare dog, but I'll come and groom her. I'm in South London, all roasting hot paths. I can imagine, Lisa. Can imagine. I mean, it's just been. I can't believe the heat wave that we've got. But I just hope that it's not just this week, and I hope we're going to get like the rain to like split it up. But then I hope we're going to have a good summer. It was 111 Fahrenheit yesterday on the covered bike porch. Wow, that were warm, Laura. 43. Jeez. See, do you know what gets me though? I am some, but still hurt bad, and then I can't rest on the side of my. Oh, bless sweet. So I'm speedy healing, Deanna. You know what gets me though is I can go abroad. We can go to Spain. I mean, Spain's really, or Turkey. I've only ever been to Marmaris once, but rest of the time it's just like being Spain holidays when we were little. You can go to Spain and I can lay at side at pool in E. I don't need to use my inhalers. I don't need to use anything. My skin doesn't burn. It goes like it'll start tanning. It'll start going brown. Do you know over here? I go out and I sit in the sun and I look like a lobster. I'm taking me inhaler because the pollen's too high, and obviously my asthma is sort of like triggered by pollen asthma. And then in winter it's the cold weather that affects my asthma. And it's like, do you know, I can't believe how different the climate is. It climate, no, it's a climax. It's not. No, it's not climax. It's climate, whatever. But it's so strange how it differs from country to country. I've never had coffee with lemon or lime. Did I hear you right? The coffee, no. Apparently, Moira, if you squeeze lemon, it's got to be a proper lemon. So it's, yeah, proper lemons and limes. And if you squeeze the juice into coffee, because I have mellow birds, I put like 2 tablespoons mellow birds in to make it a strong coffee, and then you squeeze half a lemon in it. Well, I've been having that, and then I said to John, get me some limes yesterday. So he's got me some limes, but they're only tiny. So I've had 2 coffees, and I've squeezed the lime into 2 coffees, and I prefer the lime to coffee. But the lemon and lime in the coffee is supposed to break down fatty tissue in your tummy. So I'm just going to see if that helps, because it says if you're doing a calorie counting diet, or you're doing like a Slimming World diet or a Weight Watchers diet or whatever diet you're doing, if you do that, it helps break the fat down quicker. So I don't know. We'll see. But I'm getting used to the taste, and I prefer the lemon. I prefer the lime to lemon. I get Bradley prickly heat in UK, abroad, never get it. It's so strange, isn't it? It's the humidity here that's worse. Yeah, God, I'm even talking short-tongued. Mullein tea works good for lungs with asthma. I will try and remember that, Deanna. Remember, some scientists looking into reading dogs' barks. Different barks would give recorded voice responses. Thing like, I'm hot, tickle my belly, you're a bad I don't get that, Paul. You know me. Is that supposed to be a joke, or is that for real? I don't know if it works, Gillian. I will find out on Thursday when I get on the scales if it's worked. I mean, I've come down clothes size. The dress sizes or jean sizes have come down. So, yeah. Climate, not climax. hot lemon water is really good. I've not had it on its own, Deanna. 255 years. What's 255 years? What have I said? Nah. Before I got married, over 255 years ago, I was a veterinarian, worked on so many heat-related injuries. I got married. It's supposed to be 25 years, not 255, Tracy. What does it taste like? I put lemon slice in my water along with mint sometimes. To be honest, I don't think it's a bad taste. The lemon's the lemon's more bitter, I think, than the lime. The lime was a little bit sweeter, so I do actually prefer the lime goes better with the coffee than the lemon does. I know, I know, I know, I know. Morning, David. I felt I had a marriage. I felt I had a marriage that long. What, 25 years? John thinks he's been, honestly, John will feel the same. Bless his cotton socks. I think I've disturbed him now because I can hear movement upstairs. So it's either John disturbing or I've woke everybody else up. No, 220. Dear no. So what happened today on the 20th of July in 1969? Today in 1969, the first manned lunar module touched down in the Sea of Tranquility on the surface of the moon. Images broadcast almost live were watched by hundreds of millions all over the world, temporarily united in this extraordinary human achievement. The Eagle, the leading astronaut Neil Armstrong reported, had landed. The Eagle, the national bird of the United States, was the name given to the lunar module, part of which was able subsequently to blast off from the moon's surface to rejoin the expedition's common craft. It was late in the day, UTC time, when the landing occurred, and given that it was some 6 hours before Armstrong emerged to climb down the 9-rung ladder and take his famous first steps on the moon, with Buzz Aldrin then joined him. By general reckoning, this happened on the 21st of July. Armstrong found the moon's low gravity 1/6 of the Earth straightforward enough to walk in. He planted the American flag, which had a wire support to compensate for the lack of fluttering. 30 times Apollo, now without the rocket that had brought it here, had orbited the moon before Eagle separated and began its descent. Not surprisingly, after the module had landed, Armstrong and Aldrin declared themselves far too alert to take advantage of the 5-hour sleep period now planned and got directly to work planning the moonwalk. Armstrong had opted to bring with him a piece of wood from the Wright brothers' 1903 aeroplane's left propeller and a piece of fabric from its wing. What's the word? To commemorate another occasion in the same century when humankind had made a seismic technological leap. But unlike the flag, the Air and Space Museum wanted these artifacts brought back to Earth. Good morning, Heather, my lovely. So yeah, that's what happened on July 20th. And tomorrow's is all about royalty, because I can see tomorrow's. Oh no, we've been married only 29. I have trouble allergies too, not just pollen. I'm allergic to a lot of different foods. So I'm all right. Some spices I'm a bit funny on. But yeah, I've been with my other half for 18 years and it feels like 255 years. John's going to tell you it feels a lot longer for him. It was real, the dog collar. I don't know how far they got in research. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm going to have a look at that one up, Paul. Morning, Judith, my lovely. Hope everybody's well. Heather, I'm going to arrange to call up and see you Hopefully one day next week, I'll get John to drive me up, my lovely. Maybe today in 1969, my 1970 Boss Mustang car was possibly assembled. My pony is a crossbreed of the 69 to 70. Wow. I don't even know what a Mustang car looks like really, and I'm saying wow. But I will go have a look now, Laura, at what your baby looks like when we come off this live. I have woke John up. Morning. Did I wake you? I didn't. I was being quiet. I weren't shouting, were I? I was being quiet. What's people's thoughts on the moon landing? Did it happen or not? I'm on the fence, says Claire. Go on then, guys. What's everybody's thoughts on that? By the way, Lindsay, I like the colour of your hair. Oh, thank you, Moira. I know. Do you know? I'd have it light all the time. But I think sometimes, do you know, when you've got no tanning on your face, it makes me look poorly, but I'm gonna try and keep it this colour for as long as I can. Morning, John. He'll be 64 tomorrow. My grandson's 1 tomorrow, Gillian. It's his first birthday tomorrow. I don't know what I think at landings on moon, just because wasn't there something to do with Russia going up at the same time? But no, I'll have a normal coffee. I've had me lime in my coffees. Wasn't this something Deanna believed it? Deanna does believe it. But wasn't there something to do with they weren't just America going up? And then there was some people are criticizing the flag, saying that how it's moving or how they're walking or the footprints. I don't know. I will share pics of my hot rod with you. Oh, thank you, Laura. But I just don't know. I mean, I can see there's a big it's the conspiracy theories, isn't it, out there that I think it's them that sort of like put doubt in everybody's mind. But I'd like to think that they did make it to the moon, and they did. But yeah, what's everybody's opinions on it? Or is it something that you don't even, it never even crosses your mind to think about? I'll be flying after this. This will be my third coffee since 4 o'clock this morning. But yeah, only thing is, you know, for grandson's birthday, I can't even go round to house. I've got to look at him through window because at weekend, I think they started Friday. I'm sure John knows exactly what my 1970 Boss Mustang looks like. I'm sure John will, Laura. John's quite up on his cars, and I'm not. There was a race between America and Russia to get to the first moon. I thought there was something to do with that Stanley Kubrick. I've not seen any proof that convinced me they didn't go. On this day, however many years ago it was, I moved out of SCBU. What's SCBU? Everybody say morning, Jam. You can't hear him, but he did shout morning back. He'll say it when he comes and sits down. I believe it at the time, but since I'm wondering how they cope with the Van Allen, if that's how you spell it, because they would have had to gone through it. Wow, that's an interesting thought. Special care baby unit. Oh wow, Tracy. There is a belt that you have to go through in the atmosphere, but it would be impossible to do because the radiation would fry everything. Wow. You'll be you'll be like Sonic the Hedgehog. Sorry, Van Allen belt. And speed after that coffee. I'll be flailing around the room. But isn't it interesting then? So if there is this Van Allen belt around, don't believe propaganda though. See, again, I think it's, do you know, I think the best research you can do on it is the one that you do yourself. If people, I always think that, you know, if you hear things off people, always look into it yourself. I mean, to be honest, I didn't even know there were a belt round the round the wherever the moon. So I didn't even know that. That's how good my brain is. Um, but now you've said that, Moira, I'm going to go and have a look and read up on the Van Allen belt and form my own opinion. Then, conspiracy theories, yes. I've got many ideas, but I'm too lippy to go on about them. Yeah, you have to always do research, don't you, Deanna? Because if you don't, um, do you know, but the thing is, even if somebody does the research, it's still their own opinion, isn't it? They're still not going to convince other people just because they've, even if, in fact, you know, for some people you can have it in black and white and they will still say that there's something that's not right with that, you know. Do you believe in UFOs and aliens? I definitely believe that there is UFOs and aliens out there. Do I think they're aliens, or do I think they're like us? For me, I think they're like us. Maybe because of where they are, their skin's different, the looks are different. Maybe that's because it's in outer space, so the skin must like change. I don't know, but I do believe. I just think that this world is too big enough. When you look at how big the universe is, and at night time, when you look on a clear night and you're gazing up at them stars, this is a too big a place for just us to be the living humans in there, or the only people that can survive, you know. There's too many stars, there's too many planets out there that haven't even been discovered. Do I think that aliens have made contact? I would say in all the years that they've been sighted, that there is some form of contact that they've had, because some of the technology that we use, where did we get the idea from? Because some of our technology is that far advanced. So where did we get it from? Where did our knowledge come from? So I think, yeah, there would have been some form of communication. On one of the pictures that was taken, there's a reflection that you can see which disproves the moon landing. Not sure if that's conspiracy, but it puts doubts in my head. I usually go down way too many rabbit holes, don't we all? I do. I've seen some unknown things above. Keep looking up and have an open mind. Laura, I pooped myself. Do you know? Don't mind going out ghost hunting. Do that all day long. Just checked. It is spelled Van Allen, and it's belt of radiation around the planet caused by solar winds and the magnetism of the Earth. Wow, I'm going to do some reading on that, Moira. But yeah, if I said to John once, let's go alien hunting. We've never done that side at paranormal. Let's go out alien hunting. Let's go and look, see if we can see not alien hunting, but the UFO sightings and everything else. And then I said to John, actually, I don't want to do that. And he said, why? I said, because I'd be scared to death. Just because. And again, I've watched too many films, but there was that film and I forgot what it was called. It was about them five friends and they worked together. It was somewhere in America that it happened. Catch you later, Gillian, my lovely. It was somewhere in America that it happened, and there were five friends, and one of them got abducted, and then the rest of them took lie detector tests, everything else, and then then Fire in the Sky. I think is that what it's called. But they still talk about it to this day. They've interviewed him years and years afterwards, and they all still say the same story. And to me, that's why I don't want to go out UFO hunting, because they might take me. They might bring me back, but they still might take me. They might change my DNA. They might keep me. They might Travis Walton. That's him in Arizona. That's the one, Deanna. Fire in the Sky. It was Travis Walton. If anybody hasn't seen Fire in the Sky, it is really worth a watch. It's very interesting, and the gentlemen, or some of the gentlemen that are in there. No worries, Moira, my lovely. Have a fabulous day, and we'll speak soon. Morning, Adam. If I saw that, I'd be running. I think I'd be running too. One of my favourite gifts my husband Raymond gave me when we bought our home is a telescope. I love telescope and I love looking up at the stars. But to actually look for something out there, no. They would change your life. Perish the thought. Hey, but they could do, Tracy. They might not like it. They might put an injection or something or a device in my throat that just totally changes the laugh, the voice, the everything. Who knows? The universe is a wonderful, mystical place. It is. It is. I do believe I grew up with a mom who raised 3 girls by herself, and we all have different dads. I'm the middle child. I grew up. Did your mum believe then? Did your mum believe? And how did you find being middle child? See, I'm eldest child, so for me, it's middle child. I don't know. Is it middle child that it's youngest that gets spoiled? Eldest is the strict way. Middle one gets away with so much more, and then youngest one's just spoilt to death. But yeah, if anybody's going to watch that Fire in the Sky, let me know in chat because then I can talk about it later on if you're going to watch it this afternoon or tonight. Dave said they already did that to you from the COVID jab. Tell David to shut up. There's no wrong with my DNA and my COVID jab. I am perfectly fine.
Matter of opinion.
I wasn't fine before I had the jab, so I'm not going to be fine now. But it hasn't done anything to me at all. Only thing about COVID, what I will bring up is, and I've noticed it on news this morning and on a lot of these TikTok videos that people are doing. Apparently now Boris has turned around and said, and it's not just Boris, I think it's the whole government, have turned around and said that now when it's coming to nightclubs and places of gatherings, that you've got to have a passport to say.
No, you ain't got to do a passport. What they said is you've got to have both vaccines.
Yeah.
So the only way they can police that is a passport.
Yeah, so they're going to have to do a passport or something, or do you know what I mean? So we're going to get charged. So they're not going to give these. If we've got to have like a driving license card saying that we've been vaccinated to carry around with, they're going to charge us for that for a start. So we'll probably charge about 50 quid each for that. And what about those people that don't want the vaccine? Why should they be subjected to not going? As long as they take regular tests, so they're not contracting COVID or a carrier of COVID, should they be banned from going in these places? I just think I understand how people can be angry. I mean, it was my choice to go and get vaccinated. John's choice. Nobody forced us into it. We did it because
Lindsay said we were doing it.
I said we were doing it, so we went and did it. I got my first shot. I get my second one on August 9th. Middle child is the worst. Ancient Aliens is a good program. It's on the TV channel Blaze. Oh, I'll have a look for that one. Did we used to watch that one? We used to watch that, Paul. I'm going to see if we can get it. Hey, Johnny. Sorry if I haven't seen you coming in, my lovely. Or are you saying, hey, Johnny boy? To Mr. Brown, who's just gone out of bed. You can show your vaccinated on the NHS app. Oh, that's all right. Hidden Figures is one of my favourite films. What's that one about, Claire? What's Hidden Figures about? I'm gonna have a look though for that Ancient Aliens. And I don't know how many seasons we watched, if we watched many. But it's so interesting. I mean, anything to do with this world or other worlds or off planets or different planets, to me, I just find it all fascinating. Excuse me, I'm going to yawn. But to me, again, isn't it all about learning history? All goes back to history. Ancient Aliens is a really good program. I'm going to look, see if we can still access that. See if we've still got it. We should have, shouldn't we? Yeah. But if anybody does watch any programs that we've talked about, you'll have to let us know. So tonight we're going to be live at 9 o'clock doing Chit Chat Tuesday, and we'll be talking about all sorts. I'm hoping we may have a special guest on tonight. If not tonight, then it will be tomorrow. It will be next Tuesday, and then we can talk about the location, but I don't know how much location we're giving away until I've actually spoke to everybody that's going. The passport and validation of vaccinations is such an intrusiveness to our well-being. Well, it is, Laura, because there's people out there that don't want them, and I know what. See, to me, I don't understand if it's people's self-choice, and somebody said it's because they want to target the younger generation now, because it's the younger generation that are saying that they don't want it. It's more to me with it being the nightclubs and stuff like that. This one is aimed at all, but it's mainly aimed for, I would say, the above 16s or above 20s, which is not fair. It's the story of a team of a female African American mathematicians who served a vital role in the NASA during the early years of the IS SAVE program. Ooh, I'm gonna have a look into that. Morning, Neat. Hope you're well, my lovely. Based on a true story. Wow, I'm gonna watch that. I watched a true story yesterday, actually. And it were heartbreaking to watch. What were it called now?
Lindsay treats John.
It weren't about how Lindsay treats John. Lindsay treats John just perfectly fine.
It's heartbreaking.
It's not heartbreaking how I treat you. No, but it were about 5 young men in America, and a lady got raped, and these 5 young kids got arrested and put into jail, and they served something like 14 to 16 years, only to then be acquitted because the real person come forward. And do you know what? It's heartbreaking to watch. It's heartbreaking to watch, and it doesn't matter what color skin or where it happened, and it shouldn't have happened to anybody. But that were based on a true story, and it were absolutely heartbreaking to watch. I know how downtrodden you feel, John. I've got Tracy. Oh, Tracy! What's he saying about you?
It's true. You can feel the pain.
No, me and Tracy feel the pain from you and Dave. That's what it is. It is.
Go.
I'm scared of the vaccines for my health. My allergies to feather and eggs. They have gelatin in them. I'm allergic to gelatin too. Claire, you've got allergies, haven't you? I don't know. I don't know what your allergies are, but I'm sure, Laura, that there was what they were saying is for those that had allergies, you had to go for like tests beforehand, before they give you vaccination. Now that's in UK, so I'm not sure what they do over across seas. But there was giving people checking the side effects, and if they couldn't have it for medical reasons, then it's not down to no fault of yours. But yeah, I mean, you could inquire, but Laura, if you don't want it, then it's got to be that self-choice, Doug. Don't let anybody force you into having it. And I think if I've got allergies, and like you said, yours are to feathers, eggs, gelatin, it's scary because you'll have already had attacks. You'll have already had the responses to having allergies to certain things, and that's so scary. The thought of being incarcerated when you're not guilty. Do it was awful. It was honestly. I mean, these boys were kids. They weren't adults. I think the eldest one was 16. And the 16-year-old, because he was 16, he ended up going, instead of going to juvenile prison, he went to adult prison. And it would, how he survived in there is beyond words. From what I mean, when you think about it, when you see films, it shows you things that happen, but it'll also the things that it won't have been mentioned because they won't talk about it. But yeah, luckily, I mean, I think it's the biggest case America ever paid out for. It was £41 million they got in compensation. What you yawning at, Dave? Are you yawning because your missus has said shut it, Mason? It will be shut at Mason when we come down. Yep, my fingers are itchy and swollen from the Mosborough Hall investigation. Are they really, Claire? Wow. But you know, we were saying, Claire said, you know, last time we went to Mosborough, Ange come out when we've been in bedroom. If you remember, I sat in chair and Ange and Claire sat on bed and you sat in other chair, right? Or Ange sat at bottom of bed and Claire sat on bed. This time we've been in and Claire sat on bed. I went in the same chair and you went in the same chair. And Claire's got itchy and swollen fingers and it's from Mosborough. I think it might be. Is yours flared up? John's is bad as well. I'm wondering whether it's something to do with soap powder they're using or whether I don't know. Very strange. My doctor recommended vaccines, but my pharmacist, who knows me and my history, refused to even give me the yearly flu vaccines. Then do you know what? Listen to the person that knows you best, Laura. A lot of marriages have been saved by the mortal two words. Yes, dear. Yes, dear. No, dear. Never said no. Never said don't know. Yeah, take a photo, Claire, and send it me. He could be yawning because he's male. Dear, it's pick on Dave time. So, everybody, I am going to go now. I'm going to finish my coffee and then I'm going to try and close my eyes for an hour because if I take the glasses off, look at them eyes. They're so dark underneath. I'm so tired. I'm going to start work. Have an outstanding day. Have a good day, Paul, and give your mum a big kiss from me and John. And we shall see everybody later on at 9 o'clock. Like I say, hopefully John will be going on and doing a workshop after members after the live tonight, and it might pop on later on and have a chat with you on members while he's packing stuff upstairs, but we'll see what happens. So have a great day, everybody. Thank you for joining, and we shall see you soon. Mwah. Love you loads, guys. Take care. Bye.